Welcome back to the channel. Today is the last leg of our ride into Sturgis. We started off this morning in Cody, Wyoming, and we are rolling out. So stick around for some great rides and amazing scenery. Yesterday we crossed the Beartooth Pass and took the Chief Joseph into Cody, Wyoming, which was an amazing ride. This morning, rolling out of Cody, it was pretty bare. I can say I felt pretty isolated, and just made put things into perspective of how big of an area this is. Wasn't a lot for about the first hour and a half, but getting to go through some of these small towns like Basin and Ten Sleep, really, it's what I enjoy on these trips. These little towns that I'll never have heard of or seen before, and just how amazing the people are and how clean the towns are, gives me a whole appreciation on trips like this. One of my, downfalls with planning and looking at these trips is I always sit there and look at the destination or where I want to make it to before the end of the day, and I don't always look at what was on the way. So when I kind of planned this out, I said, we'll leave Cody and end up in spend the night probably in Buffalo before rolling into Sturgis. But I had no idea that we were going to go through Bighorn National Forest, or did I know anything about Bighorn National Forest. So it was kind of a treat when all of a sudden the scenery started changing and we started climbing up through the mountains. And it was didn't even know it was there or going to be on the trip. So after a morning of quite hot weather and a lot of just flat, what I call flat hill grass hills. The Bighorn National Forest was a pretty spectacular ride. So it was kind of a highlight of the day that we didn't even know was coming. So it was definitely a treat. All right, we made it in. We are at, went through downtown Sturgis, and we're out at Lamb Fair Ranch, and Kayla's just starting to get the tent set up, and we're gonna get things unpacked. And I think once The tent is set up and everything's unpacked. We'll probably help her anxiety a little. She'll be able to relax because I could tell she's quite intense right now. No pun intended. Right now, or out of tense, I should say. And I just got an eye roll. All right, we are down here at Black Hills Harley Davidson at the rally at exit 54, and we are getting pretty distracted by every booth that's here. Every big manufacturer, companies, everybody's here. You want work done on your bike or want to buy a bike, there's more tents and booths and beautiful bikes than you can possibly imagine here. It's kind of it's a lot to try to take in. Alright, we are wrapping up day 8 now on our trip. Today was pretty busy day. Didn't have any plans too much when we got up this morning. We got out of here fairly early and we headed down to Rapid City to the rally at exit 54 at Rapid City Harley Davidson, and man, is that a huge event with pretty much every vendor imaginable for bike parts and anything to do bikes. You want it, you can buy it right there, they'll install it. So that was where we headed first this morning. We had talked to them beforehand. I sent them a message on Instagram. They got right back to us, and so I'm sure she'll be showing that off. What else did we get? Oh, from there we took a little ride. We went out to Nemo, which I don't know how we discovered it last year. I don't even think we were trying to go there when we discovered it. It's a cool little town. They have some food, have some drinks. There's a few vendors set up there. So we went to Nemo for a bit, and from there we headed, we were going to go for lunch. We wanted to go check out the Boar's Nest because last year it was quite busy and we decided not to stop. So it was one of our bucket list stops for this year. And when we went by the Boar's Nest, the parking, my GPS said Boar's Nest was a quarter mile away. And as soon as it said that quarter mile, the road on both sides of the road was just full of bikes for that quarter mile. On both sides of it, there was zero parking, and it was so packed that we just kept driving. I wasn't going to try to find a parking spot there on the highway. So we headed into Deadwood and went and had lunch in Deadwood, which was pretty good. It was quite very, well, I want to say very busy. Compared to last year, I feel that there was, I don't know, probably 1.5 times the amount of people there this year than we went there a couple times last year, and it was a lot of people, very busy. So we parked just on the edge of town because downtown was pretty packed, but it was pretty neat. We drove through town. I'll get some video up of that. Yeah, the sides of the roads were just packed, people everywhere, and yeah, it was very busy. So Kayla made it through. A little bit of anxiety and not much traffic, but she did awesome. So we went to Deadwood. We had lunch, walked up and down both sides of the streets. I can't say it was too much different than when we were there last year. So from Deadwood, we were heading back to Sturgis. We thought we were going to come back to the campground. And just before we got to the campground, Kayla said, "Oh, let's head out to the Full Throttle Saloon." So we turned off, headed out there, and probably about a mile before, all of a sudden traffic started backing up, and it was bike after bike after bike and walking speed to get into the full throttle. Parking lots everywhere was just packed. It didn't matter where you looked. I don't think I've ever seen that many bikes in one area, and well, in my life I probably haven't. And we got in there, circled around, and we did find parking spots, so we were quite fortunate. And we could not figure out why every inch of space was covered in bikes, and the lineup coming in was huge. After we got in there, I remembered it was concert night and Disturbed was playing tonight. So originally I was planning on going to that, decided not to, but it was I'm probably glad I'm not going, because even we were there for probably about an hour, and when we left leaving, the lineup of traffic was probably twice as long or more than when we got there, and it was a full stream of cars all the way back into Sturgis. Anyways, we just came back to the campground, had some dinner, and we're gonna probably have a beverage or two, and probably walk up to the Thunderdome here in a little bit and check out stunt show. So all right, we just rolled in here to Buffalo Chip. We are on, I don't know, day 9. I'm losing count of this trip, and it's a little breezy, so we're just working on setting up camp. We have not finding shade was not an option here, so we are out in the middle of a field, showing up. I don't know how many days into the rally so far. We're getting last pick of spots, so it's not a huge amount, but we're gonna set up camp here and find a way to cool down. All right, we are set up at the Buffalo Chip. We went for a little tour around, went up to Big Engine Bar, and we were overheating. We were too hot, so we came back down to the tent here, opened everything up, but the sun today is definitely a hot one, so we decided to do what every grown-up does and build a fort. So we got tarps pulled over the bike, we got a nice breeze, and we're out of the sun. So good thing, you know, you use the bike, tie down the tarps, sit in the breeze, and relax for a bit without the sun beating down on us. We went to the Harley booth in am I tired? Into Sturgis today and test drove a couple bikes. I rode a new CVO Road Glide, and Kayla was riding keep my tarp off me, new Street Glide. So we had a lot of fun. I love that 121 engine compared to my 117. I felt like that front tire was wanting to lift off through the first few gears, so it was a pretty good ride. Anyways, we're chilling out here for a bit, cool off, hydrate, and probably try to beat the heat for a bit.
Some places that I know is here in Sturgis, so thank you for having me, because this is so funny. Alright, hold those lights up on the count of 3, we drop them down. 1, 2, 3, down. And back up. And down. And before we put it back up, I just want to say I'm so blessed to be here today. My name is Josh Ross, thank you for having me at your home, at your... Missing you, I'm getting through another.
Good morning. We are day 14 now since leaving home. Hadn't done a good update in here a few days, so it's just been a busy few days. We are actually now, we have left Sturgis yesterday morning. We rolled out at about 7 in the morning, and we started making our way back home. So we came through. We didn't know how far we were going to travel yesterday because it was supposed to be one of the hottest days, and we've kind of been battling some of the heat, but it was actually a really good day for travel. We stayed fairly cool. We made it to Billings, Montana, and we came into town. We didn't know where we were going to stay, so we stopped at the Harley dealer there and talking to the guys at the Beartooth Harley. Awesome group of people, and we asked for hotel recommendations, and they actually gave us a list of places that get their discounts. So they hooked us up with we are at, I think, the Hampton Hotel, and it was definitely met our expectations. We've had some a few subpar hotels. The one was to the point where Kayla pulled out her sleeping bag and slept on top of the bed because she was not crawling in it. But this hotel was great breakfast. Definitely highly recommend staying here. We're having a great time here south of the Canadian border. People have just been phenomenal. The hospitality that we've got here is, I want to say, a lot, something to be desired. That we've been talking a lot about that, and we'll do a full video later of how great everywhere's been. Everywhere we stop, people are amazing, and yeah. But just want to do a quick video update before we head back out on the road this morning. It's just after 7, and supposed to be a nice sunny day and not too hot for us, so we're gonna try to get some miles in today and head to the Missoula Harley dealer.